it's okay though to go through that period where people maybe don't understand it, and we get to be that light anyway, in spite of the misconceptions, in spite of the rumors, in spite of the lack of information. And the world needs us to continue on in this path in order to light the way and the path for other people. So I had the biggest blessing of getting to be that light for my mom, although it was her own journey that she was on to even come to the realization. And I think timing is everything. It was nothing that I said or did. I always have said, and we believe, that you can't say the wrong thing to the right person, and you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. And we know it's the same battle that goes on in this world of what's possible versus what's probable. And we get to be what's possible.
And I'm a major crier. I was crying at our own video. I've got my Kleenex. So forgive me if I start crying. I was a major dream stealer. And that's a really sad thing to say as a mother. Because we encourage our kids, and I've always encouraged my kids. But you know, I think that, I don't know if it's my generation, or maybe it's just the way some people are, but I wasn't a dreamer. And life was hard. I got divorced when my kids were 1 and 2, and I struggled financially. And I think I got so used to struggling that I thought life had to be that way. And so when Lory was crying on Sunday nights because she had to go to work, I was like, suck it up. You know, life is not made to be easy. And I can't even believe that's who I was, because that's not who I am today. We so are about the same things you guys are about. We're sitting here we went to the bathroom and we're talking about, I mean, I feel like we have met our tribe. We're all about empowering women and just getting people to believe in dreams again. And that's what this business is about. This is such a different way of living life than anything most people know is possible. And we do. It is our obligation to pay that forward. And I'm just so glad that that's what you guys are doing. But our journey was tough because I had never dreamed that
the light switch can go on, and then we just kind of sit there looking around going, what do I do now, right? So how did the two of you work together? How did you work with your mom to begin to build the very successful business you have now? And how did you do that without making her wrong? Because there's got to be, after a year, a little bit of like, I told you so, right?
So what I keep thinking about as you're asking that is getting so clear with why you're doing something. And I loved your story about the baby and the mountain and the mom. Because as a mom, we so get that. And everybody can tap into that same strength and courage and no matter what-ness in your life as soon as you know why you're doing something. And I don't think, it's funny, I don't think at that point when she did finally come around and finally get it, I was so excited for her light bulb to have turned on. It wasn't even about, I told you so. And I think for her, I think she wanted to help me. So I was her baby on the mountain. And I think she finally saw that she, wow. I think she was ready to come up there and get me.
That's awesome.
Truly, that is where I got started. I had no idea that this was really about me growing and me learning. But when I finally got it, oh my gosh, I thought everybody in the whole world was going to get this. I mean, when people see that they don't have to get dressed up and wake up to an alarm clock every morning and drive hours to work, to and from work, and leave their kids and do all the things that they're doing. Why would anyone ever do that? So I could not wait to get out there and talk to everyone that I had worked with in corporate America. And I just thought, oh my gosh, they're going to just... I was really worried that the world wasn't going to work anymore because there would be nobody. There would be nobody working in retail stores. Why would anybody do any of the things that they're doing if they could do this?
She was worried. There will be no doctors. There will be nobody to help us with our gas. There will be no one to serve us food. I mean, the world will come to an end because everyone will be doing network marketing.
So when I got it, oh my gosh, it wasn't like, what am I going to do with it? It's been, for the first probably 3 years, I didn't sleep. I mean, I would sleep just long enough to get enough rest and then I'd bounce out of bed, and because there's so many people out there to tell. I love that there's...
Say that one more time.
So many people out there to tell. There's so many people that need us, and especially right now.
Yes.
I mean, the map that people are following is going to the wrong destination. It's not working. Corporate America, everything that we're doing is not working. It's broken. And it needs this message that we have.
First, I would say setting up the right expectations, letting them know, you know, there's a lot of hype in network marketing, and I think it is brilliant and so fun. It's the most fun I've ever had. It's exactly what I was looking for. And it has been the most challenging journey for personal growth reasons, for friendships, for everything. And so I think to set people up with the correct expectations and let them know it may not be easy, but it will be worth it. And so set their sights on not what's happening today to them, but what they really want. So I'd say set up the right expectations, make sure they're so clear about getting that baby up the hill. What is that baby to them? Because I think if your reasons are strong enough, your excuses are going to seem lame.
Oh, I like that. I'm going to use that. Your lame excuse is showing because I do not see your why.
Yes.
I love it. Fantastic.
And plug in. Just stay plugged in. And sometimes you go to the call because you need the call. Sometimes you go to the call because the call needs your energy on the call. And just constantly show up. And I love, you don't have to be perfect, you have to be present. I'm going to borrow that one.
Fantastic. We're just sharing that.
Be present. Just show up. So many times I've just not, been in the right space, but I've shown up and then, wow, I get in the right place.
And I think people expect these amazing results so quickly. I mean, with any other profession, we go to school for years to learn how to do whatever it is we're going to do. And we spend a ton of money. And, this is just, I also believe that this is not right for everyone. And it's taken me a long time to get that, because in the very beginning, I just wanted to save the world with this business. And you really can't save someone that's not ready to be saved. So it's really making sure that it is a good fit, and even if it isn't a good fit right now, that doesn't mean it's never going to be, because timing is everything, and things change in people's lives. So I think it's really, making sure that you're going through the process enough to make sure that it is the right fit for the other person too. I think I've sometimes rushed people into this, and my enthusiasm and my excitement has been enough that I thought I could get it. It would get them through the experience. And you can't want this for somebody else more than they want it for themselves.
This room has that common desire. We want to make a difference. In fact, we will make a difference, right? Yes. How can these women go back into their businesses and take that desire and light it up to turn it into results? How have you done that?
And by the way, you are making a difference. So out there, you are currently every single day. And a book that I Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. And it's those seeds you're planting every single day. I don't know if we have.
We are surrounded by amazing people that are at the top of our company and the top of other network marketing companies that are making a lot of money, and they are making a big difference. And just being able to see that, when we did the interviews for the book, and we talked to a lot of people that have been successful in network marketing, it was so amazing to see this common denominator of who they were, who they are inside, and what they want to do. Everyone has really this purpose and this passion, and when you create more women millionaires, you can change the world, and that's what this business allows us to do.
Amen. Amen. I think we have time for one more question, and I think more than a question from the book. I'd love to just understand from both of you, as you tour and you're promoting our industry, and you're such great ambassadors for our industry. Buy the book, they will sign it for you, they're going to be out there right after this. As you are these ambassadors, what is it that you really want to leave an audience with? What do you want them to remember from you today, from your message?
I want to draw from each of you what is within you. And I think what we stand for and what we are about is tapping into what's your light? What lights you up? And so rather than me saying something that might, again, educate you, I think you have within you something extraordinary that you maybe have taken a glimpse at, but what I would love to find out from each of you, for each of you, is in your wildest dreams, ... Wow. Take time with yourself over this weekend. I would say before you get back home. Waiting for you, or your husband's kind of like, you've been gone several days, let's get back into the groove of things. Or your boss, maybe some of you still have a job and you've got that distraction, or you have a flat tire, something is going to happen. So right now, get so clear as you're just among greatness here. You are so in the right place with the most amazing CEO, and oh my gosh, you guys, we love you. Please take time to fill in the blank. In my wildest dreams, ... Because you have that, you have the answer to that, and so does every single person you're sharing Compass with. They have an in my wildest dreams, ... And you get to connect the dots for them. You get to build that bridge between where they are and where they want to be. And if you haven't figured out what yours is, then how can you help other people figure out what theirs is?
Yes. And I would just say, listen to that inner voice and live your life with intention. Everything that Lory said, I think we don't stop and ask ourselves in our wildest dreams what we would like, but do that, because that's the most important thing that we can do, is decide what we want our lives to look like, and then create it. And I just wanted to say, kind of to further explain about the book, we wrote it to say all the things. Most of you seem like the most bold, confident, courageous women I've ever met. So you don't maybe need the book to say these things, but there's a lot of people out there that don't know what to say when somebody, says, well, it's one of those pyramid things, or they say all the things that they say. We wrote the book to be really sassy, in your face, and say all the things that you want to say to those people. We call it sassy but classy, but we wrote it so that you would have something to give to those people. If you can't be composed and say all the right things, this is going to explain why this business is so brilliant.
Thank you both so much. You've been absolutely phenomenal.